This is Newsbreak 26 in southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. 156 top-level golfers aged 25 and over are competing in the Canadian Men's MidAmateur Championship at the Algonquin Golf Course in St. Andrews this week. The four-day tournament is considered the second biggest amateur competition in Canada. The event comes on the heels of the Algonquin being named one of the top 20 golf courses in Canada by Score magazine.
Yeah, so this is the Canadian Mid-Amateur Championships, so it's men over 25, so they've all qualified as provincial events that they've gone through to get here. We've got about 12 guys in New Brunswick, 3 of them are playing on Team MB, so you have the actual Mid-Am tournament itself, which is 4-round individual stroke play. Within that, there is the Mid-Master, so that is over 40, and then as well as the Interprovincial Championship. So you have the provinces teams made up of 3 where they play against each other.
There are also a few Charlotte County golfers playing in the high-profile championship.
We have a few members that are playing here. Steve Esty, that everybody knows, he's been playing around Charlotte County for quite a while. He's out in the field. Mike Fernie, who just moved here a couple years ago, he's playing as well. And then as well as this year's club champion, Scott Weatherhead.
Uptown from the Algonquin, a more intimate golf tournament took place at a private par 3 golf course adjacent to Kingsbrae Garden. The John Flemer Memorial Tournament, played annually on a course designed by the late John Flemer, is a beloved tradition for local golf lovers and friends, family, and staff of Kingsbrae Garden, in memory of a man who left a lasting impact on the town. The friendly event is also a fundraiser for the junior golf program in St. Andrews.
So this golf tournament came to be in memory of Mr. John Flemer. So John Flemer was a very generous individual, along with Mrs. Flemer, that has done a lot for our community. And it's almost like two loves coming together. So we have the golf course that is Mr. Flemer's personal course that he designed. And then you have youth sport, which Mr. Flemer is always so generous towards. So the idea was, in memory of him, is to use his golf course to raise money for our local junior golf program. And we've been doing it. It's the 8th annual. The event actually continues to grow. The problem is we only have limited spots, and more people hear about it. It's an invitational, but you always feel like you're leaving somebody out. But it's such a great time, as you can see from today.
As a nod to the Masters, winners of the John Flemer Memorial Tournament receive green jackets, which they are encouraged to wear upon their return to the tournament the following year. This year's winners were Steve Esty, who is notably also playing in the Canadian Men's Mid-Amateur this week, and his partner Kenny Chase. NB Power officially began the decommissioning of the iconic Milltown Dam this summer, and this week deconstruction of the main generating station building is taking place. Built in 1881, the dam is one of the oldest hydroelectric dams in the world, but today it's responsible for generating just 0.8% of the province's hydroelectricity supply. The removal of the generating station will create additional spawning habitats for fish species and will help restore approximately 16 kilometers of the St. Croix River to its original natural state. The entire process is expected to continue until the spring of 2024. Finally, Matthew Dickson is striving to be the first person with schizophrenia to travel across Canada by bicycle. Dickson arrived in his hometown of St. Andrews on Friday, having set out on his journey from Vancouver in early June. He aims to reach Newfoundland by late August and has been taking time to meet with Canadians along the way to help end stigma surrounding mental illness and also raise funds for schizophrenia societies and his own Mind Aid charity for mental health. Dixon stopped by the CHCO-TV studio for a full half-hour discussion about his epic journey across Canada and his reflections on mental illness and the road towards ending stigma.
I biked across Canada when I was 20, and I wanted to do more fun stuff like that with my life, but at 22 I got schizophrenia, and that took my life down a whole different direction. And after pushing 30 years of recovery, I slowly got better over the years, and the last couple of years I thought I've been feeling pretty good.
Watch my full half-hour show with Dixon on an all-new Southwest magazine this week. That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and online exclusives, follow me, Vicki Hogarth, on Facebook, and subscribe for free to CHCO's YouTube channel at CHCO.TV.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.